Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be going over how to make mesos in regular server. You heard me right. We are not going to be doing a reboot today. This is going to be a regular server guide, as it was one of the most highly requested videos. And I have another series idea coming up real soon, and I'll see what you guys think about that one. But today we're going to go over how to make mesos in regular server. So today I'm on Maplestory Aurora. And one of the big things about regular servers is we have this thing called the auction house. So let me show you guys real quick. In the auction house, you can basically sell anything and everything except the things that are untradeable. But as you can see, there's a whole bunch of items that are listed. And basically, this is what you're going to use to make some, maybe most of your mesos. It really depends, depending on what stage of the game you're at. But nonetheless, you can sell stuff. As you can see here, I have a bunch of items listed. And yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you pretty much what I could come up with as your most probable methods of making mesos. So first but not least, I already have a video on this, and I pretty much cover this in every single video that I have about making mesos. But the first thing you're going to want to do is come into Maplestory, and basically all you do is can't film it in a party. Okay. You're gonna go in, and if you're level 200, you're gonna go to the Masteria Kraken Jungle Studio. This is for level 200. Oh, I just used maple points. Oh, rip. Wait, no, I didn't. What? Okay, whatever. Never mind. So basically, what you're gonna do, you're gonna go in, and this is more or less like a monster park kind of dungeon. You go in, kill the mobs, and then move to the next stage, kill more mobs, etc. On the last stage is a boss, and yeah. But otherwise, it's not really much to it. So you just go through stage by stage. Oh my gosh, I'm minting. And you're just gonna go and kill everything, move to the next stage. Blah blah blah. Oh my god, really? One mob? Okay. So you do that, get these, and this. I'm gonna go ahead and minimize my chat window. Oh my gosh, I'm lagging. It'll take about a minute or two depending on how strong you are, but pretty much you're just running through here like you would Monster Park. And you get 2 runs per day. Each one gets you about 5 mil mesos. You can see I go clear. And then I'll talk. Oh, so just kidding, one more map. Wow, how did I miss that? And then boom, she says she has low reward. Oh, so okay, I guess I did. But you get 4.5 mil for finishing it, and this tells you your payday. So for what you guys don't know, you do have to wait 7 days to get the mesos from this. I believe it's the weekly reset. So if I were to click here, check my accumulated wages, 528, and 528 I believe is a Thursday. So yeah, that would be Wednesday at 5 p.m. PST if you live in the United States is when you get paid out your mesos. Basically, you can do that twice a day for free, 7 days a week. So that's oh, sorry. That's roughly what is that? 10 mil, 70 mil per week. That's gonna be your first source. The next one that I also cover in every single video that I have about making mesos is doing Ursus the Mighty. This one might be harder if you're in regular servers, but do keep in mind from 2 p.m. PST to 2 a.m. PST, Ursus does have double mesos. It nets you about 3 mil per run on 1x, so on 2x it's about 6 mil, and you get 3 runs a day for 18 mil, and that's from Ursus. So, what did I say? 18 mil a day for 7 days. What is that? 70, 50 plus 56 mil. That's what 126 mil from Ursus every week. Now the next thing you can do does require a little bit of damage, but if you go to Mulung Dojo, what you can do is clear as many stages as you can, and maybe not. You might get a reward at the end of the week. As you can see here, if you're on the rankings, I'm ranked 4 on Xenon, 40F in 6 minutes and 58 seconds. And if you get a high enough rank, you'll get points, which eventually you want to spend into Mugong's Honor Guarantee, which you're basically going to trade in to get medals of honor using your own honor EXP. And if I can go into the auction house real quick so I can show the price of them. Auction house. Medal of honor. Yep. You can see here they're about 40 mil each, which is pretty good, especially if you collect them over the time span of months. As you see, this guy has 45. If you have multiple characters that are strong enough, you can also do dojo with them, but it is harder since the revamp, so keep that in mind. Now the next method that you're going to use to go make mesos is, where is it? Gollux. I'm not going to count Gollux just because you do have to be pretty strong to do Gollux now. So it's not very good as a method to making mesos. Why can't I find it over here? So the next one is going to be Commercy PQ and Solo and Dungeon. So basically what you're going to do, go to Commercy. I'm assuming you already have the pre-quests done and if you don't, you can probably find a guide on YouTube or something, but more or less you just want to do the Commercy Trade Union dailies. And I'll show that off as soon as I get there. So once you make it through to the map, oh, there's a crystal. Right here, this is the building you want to enter. And once you do, you're going to talk to Maestro Fiametta, enter trade. And basically there's a whole setup to it, but basically what I usually like to do, I do 1 Lith Harbor run, 2 Rien Harbor runs, and 1 Herb Town run. And what you're going to pay attention to is specifically look at this. It says for Lith Harbor, which I'm currently going to get a 10% profit margin. So I'm going to use that because they're the most expensive ones, and so I end up getting more. If you look at the rest of them, this says Lith Harbor plus 20%, which you can do, but I think this is better because it has 10 coins. Of course, this is my preference, is what I want to do. Go ahead and do what any guide out there says. It's just I've gotten the habit of doing it like this. I know it's probably not the most efficient, but I don't really care. So yeah. So what you're gonna do once you're inside, you're gonna kill these mobs and you're gonna loot the mesos that it drops. They give about 2k per bag, which can be amplified with meso drop rate, 2x events, and 2x cash shop cards. Basically what you're going to want to do is you're just clearing out the mobs. It takes a couple minutes to finish a voyage, but what can you do? And basically what you're looking for from here is a variety of different drops, right? So the monsters the bosses in here have the chance to drop cubes, cube fragments, or cubic blades, and weapons, I believe. So you can get those, you can always sell them, but I don't think very many people buy Sweetwater weapons. But they will buy Sweetwater armors, which you do with the Voyage Party quest, which I'll show as soon as I'm done with this. And basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to farm these Denaros. And these Denaros are pretty much used late game in order to farm whatever you call it. Oh, for Sweetwater equips, right? So people like to 22 star their Sweetwaters, and in order to 22 stars, you might need replacements if you destroy the item, which is why there's a market for these Sweetwater tattoos and monocles. And I'll show off how much they cost as soon as I'm done, how much they cost in the shop and how much they can sell for as soon as I'm done with this voyage. Yeah, there's not really much to talk about. I'm just trying to finish through this Actually takes a while, which is why I don't normally do them every day, just because timing wise it's not really worth it for me. Especially not on this character for the 200 mil that I get from it. But for some players who have struggle making mesos, it might be more worth it for you to do it. So, which is why I'm showing it off. And of course, while I'm here, I might as well mention that almost every monster in the game drops spell traces. As you can see right here, I have almost, what is that, 30,000 of them. Spell traces will also sell in the auction house because it is one of the best ways to scroll gear for people who don't want to prime or whatever. Spell trace is pretty much the next best option, and they'll sell for like in Aurora they'll sell for about 10k. Now keep in mind, guys, I really should have mentioned this earlier, but mesos in regular I mean not mesos, items in regular servers will all have their unique prices. You see, I got 7 Denaro from it and 500k mesos, but yeah, they all have their unique prices, so keep the prices of what I say. Give a margin of error because it will fluctuate per world. So you can see I got a sealed cubic blade. This is about 1 mil in Aurora. And if you go into here, the tattoo and monocle are 250 coins each, and thus you can buy those after many runs. However, you do want to make sure that you always have at least 40 denaros after making a purchase. And if I can get into the auction house here, yes. Let me show off. So Sweetwater. So these are the cost of the Sweetwater. Tattoos about 160 mil. You can, as an alternative, use your Masters cubes that you get and try to cube them to unique. Like this tattoo, you see it's unique and 17%. You can sell it for a little bit more. Again, that's up to you. You see Sweetwater items are 150. Sweetwater Kataras are like 800 mil, and they just, everything ranges. And the monocles are 200 mils, and you see it's roughly the same as the tattoo just because they cost the same amount. Oh, I should have showed the spell trace, dude. But I guess it doesn't matter because obviously the one way to check prices is to go into auction house, search for the item you want to sell, and see what the lowest price is, and either match it or undercut it by like 1%. Whew. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is go to another town because what we're going to be focusing on is our boss crystals, right? So everyone knows every week and every day there's bosses that you can clear, and each one of them will drop a power crystal. As you can see, I've collected a bunch, so I'll show you how much I'll make from doing these bosses. I'll just hover over them: Hard Von Leon, Hard Magnus, Normal Zaka, Moriron Maru, Chaos Horntail, Chaos Zaka, Normal Cygnus, Chaos Crimson Queen, Chaos Vellum, Chaos Bonbon, Chaos Pap, Chaos Pierre, Chaos Pink Bean, Normal Arcarium, and Normal Papulatus. So I believe, just to show you guys, there's one boss that I intentionally didn't kill for this week, and that's going to be Hilla. I'm going to go into Hard Hilla. Just because I can kill her and it will net me more mesos. Of course, keep in mind being able to kill her is going to be based off of your personal range. So if you're weaker and you're weak or whatever, you probably don't want to be entering bosses like Chaos Vellum and whatever with the assumption that you can solo them. However, in regular server, I do think it's easier to solo bosses. I think most people with like 1.5 mil to 2 mil range can solo Chaos Vellum and CRA, Hard Magnus, etc. It will be a little harder, but it can be done, and I know it can be done because I've done it before. So, yeah. At that point, once you have the damage, it's just mostly about the mechanics and whether or not your class has decent burst skills. Alright, so now we're getting into Hilla. I think... You can see here's the boss crystal, which is really the only thing I wanted from here. And you see I got a cube too, and basically with cubes you can use them on your own items. You can sell service. Service is significantly cheaper. I'd recommend just use it on your items and you hope for a tier up. But yeah, now that we got all the boss crystals, I'm going to show off how much you can make by selling them to the NPC. So if you guys don't know, if you go into the free market, there's an NPC in there called the Collector, and the Collector is pretty much going to drop It's gonna buy all of these boss power crystals. So you can see when I'm at 35 mil approximate right now, and if I sell all of these, you can see they give a range of different amounts of mesos. That was about, what was that, 170, 180 mil, which is pretty good considering it's every week, and we do have dailies that we can do that give less mesos, but mesos nonetheless. Whew! And the last method, but not least, is for characters that are level 220 and above. And basically what you're going to be doing is farming for node stones and boss drops. So for those of you who don't know, node stones drop from all monsters in the Arcane River, and droplets drop from some monsters in the Arcane River, mostly from Lachlan and beyond. So the Arcane River droplets will drop from Lachlan, Arcana, Morass, and the the Stone Origin droplets will only drop from monsters in Esfera. And basically what you're gonna do, if you really want to, is get a bunch of drop rate. Get a CS2X drop coupon, and you can do this while you're training too, which is why I'm talking about it. And basically what you're going to be doing is just killing mobs and act as if you're training, but really your goal is going to be to farm drops, right? So I'm pretty sure CLP maps are awful. Just kidding. Here's one right here. It's basically what you're going to do. Set up, do your rotation however you want to kill and farm, and basically over time you'll collect a certain amount of node stones, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna use them, and probably gonna get a whole bunch of useless skill nodes like down here, right? And you're just gonna extract all of these from a node master in town. And as for droplets, the same thing. If they drop, just keep them and sell them in the auction house. Again, the price is gonna vary depending on where you are. So let me go to a map with a node master real quick. What you're gonna do is you're gonna talk to him. I have to enter my NPC, so I'm not gonna show. But basically, you're gonna go into him, and you're gonna extract all the nodes that you don't need, and you'll get a bunch of points for them. You're gonna take those points and craft tradable node stones, and then go ahead and sell them in the auction house. Whew! Okay, so now to go over everything in the video that I haven't already covered. Right here, spell traces. I guess it's just a spell trace. You can see 8k each. Droplet, depending on your levels, 80 mil to 90 mil. Supplies vary. Node stone. Again, see 13 mil. I guess there's two more things I could cover that I'll add as a bonus right here. It really, I don't want to, because it's gonna make it harder for me to make mesos if a lot of people see this. But I guess I don't care that much. So basically what you're gonna do, go into Ardent Mill. And you're going to want to go into channel 1 for your world, or if you can find an extractor. But basically what you're going to do, as you can see here, there's an extractor. All these items that you got from killing a boss, you're going to just extract them all. What? Magical? Never mind. All these items, you're going to extract them all. And these you can all sell in the auction house. These are pretty much the items that the item that you're looking for. The superior item crystals will sell for about 200k each. So the more boss drops you get, of course, the more crystals that you can get. And it's also a little bit of RNG. But yeah, as you can see, boom. Oh, this one too. Extract them all. And boom, done. You got those crystals that you can now throw into the auction house. Another thing you can craft, there's not an extractor here, but you're basically going to be looking for a scroll extractor, and what those are going to do is extract your flames, right? These are pretty much useless, but if you extract them, you can get rebirth fragments. You will always get at least one rebirth fragment from extracting a flame. So if I go into the auction house, you can see they sell for about 300k each. So if you have 300 nodes, 300 flames, say you'll probably get about 400 to 450 whatever. So if I go here, that's about 135 mil alone. Again, as I see right here, superior item crystals. 150k, the more you get. You can also farm items to sell, to extract into these to sell. But yeah, that is going to wrap it up for my guide to how to make mesos in a regular server. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video or learned something new. And as always, guys, stay safe and happy mapling. Peace!